Okay, I started the recording, and hello ESC. I'm calling this meeting to order at 12:35 p.m. I'll be starting off with the territorial acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the SFSS is located on the traditional unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples, including Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam, and Katsi nations. Unceded means that these territories have never been handed over, sold, or given up by these nations, and we are currently situated on occupied territories. And we are going on to the section 3, which is roll call of attendance. I will start it off with myself. My name is Sangyan. I'm the VP Equity and Sustainability and the chair of this committee. My pronouns are she, her, and all my assessed needs are met. And when I call your position, please introduce your name, pronouns, and assessed needs. Okay. VP External and Community Affairs.
Hi everyone, it's Ishana, she, her pronouns. Access needs, I won't be talking too much during this meeting, but that's basically, I'll probably be using the chat more. Thanks.
Okay, no worries, Ishana. And we have Philosophy Counselor, Vice Chair.
Hi, my name is Ashley Flett, they, she, they pronouns. All my accessibility needs are met for today, thank you.
And we have Soka.
Hey guys, yeah, my name's Amina, she, her pronouns, and all my access needs are met.
Great, thank you, Amina. And we also have our guest. Maybe Shalina, you can go first.
Hi everyone, my name is Shalina Nurley. My pronouns are she, her, and I will have to leave around 1 p.m. just because I have another meeting, but other than that, all my assistants are met.
Okay, great. And Sud.
Hi everyone, I'm Sude. All my activities are met. I just have to relocate to have better connection, but other than that, I'm okay.
Okay, and Imarlan.
Hello everyone, my name is Emerlan Nurlanov. My pronouns are he, him, and all of my needs are met.
Okay, thank you for joining everyone. And we can go to section 4, consent agenda. So going on to the 4.1 consent agenda, and I will read it out loud. Be resolved to drop the consent agenda by anonymous consent. This is just matter of arising from the minutes from our last meeting. So ESC 2023, February 7th. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just gonna seek anonymous consent here. If you wish to dissent, please raise your hand. Okay, seeing none, that is carried. And moving on to the moving on to section 5, which is adoption of the agenda. The motion reads, be resolved to drop the agenda as presented. I'll move, and can I get a seconder?
Philosophy?
Okay, Philosophy second. And yeah, please list yourself or raise your hand if you'd like to make amendments to the agenda. I just have one question. So if you want to change our organizations in the motion, should we do it right now or?
I'm sorry, change what?
Organizations. So in our agenda, it says Islamic Relief Organization, but we want to change this to 2 different organizations.
Oh, yeah, no, we do that when we get to the motion.
Okay, Sounds good. And yeah, I guess there's no one want to amend the agenda, so I will close. And then I'm going to seek anonymous consent here. If you wish to dissent, please raise your hand. And I guess seeing none, there is carried as amended. And let's move on to the new business. Subsection 10.1, donation for earthquake relief in Turkey and Syria. This is submitted by myself, but actually was suggested from CASA. I will read the motion out loud. Whereas on February 6, 2023, there was a devastating 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck southern Turkey and northern Syria, whereas Islamic relief organizations are registered in Government of Canada as a legal charitable organization, and the organization publishes independently verified financial statement publicly available. And whereas this is limited electricity and shortage in supplies, time is of extreme importance for those impacted by earthquake and who remain stuck under rubble. So we resolved to approve X amount of dollar from line items this to Islamic Relief Charity to help in their efforts. And I will move, and can I get a seconder?
Philosophy?
Philosophy second, and I'll open the discussion. I believe, so Shalina and Imerlan has PowerPoint.
Yes, I can just share my screen for that. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see we can like go through one by one, and then if someone has feedback, we can get them.
American, go ahead.
Yep, thank you so much once again for providing us this opportunity. We'd like to, so on our agenda, we'd like to first introduce ourselves, who we are, moving on to the current situation in Turkey and Syria with our past actions, and further on our plans with SFSS and SFU in the future. So who we are, once again, my name is Emerlan, and I'm the president of Central Asian Student Association. And our club was created to unite people of Central Asian heritage and of Turkic heritage and cherish the diversity by promoting cross-cultural awareness and support to the students through the cultural and social prisms. And the reason we wanted to create fundraisers for the cause in Turkey and Syria is because of the strong connection that Central Asia has with the Turkic common ethnic background, which results with some of our members and the family and friends that are being currently impacted in the Syria and Turkey, and we wanted to support them both financially and mentally. And I'd like to pass it on to Shalina, who's our vice president of CASA.
Yes, hi everyone. So as Samhyun said earlier about like the current situation, which is the 7.7 magnitude earthquake that hit southern Turkey and North Syria, the death tolls have exceeded 40,000 and they're expected to rise. And because of international sanctions, there's a lack of support and international attention towards Syria. And also, I'm not sure if many of you know, but yesterday, February 20th, early in the morning, the new 6.4 scale earthquake hit Turkey in the same areas that were already affected. So they already damaged buildings. 1,000 have collapsed because they're already weakened from the previous earthquake, and there have been warnings of tsunamis. So this is like the current situation right now and why they are in dire need of donations. So our past actions, so February 9th, 10th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, we were in the sub collecting donation items such as baby food, baby bottles, etc. These things, and we sent these items that we've collected into the Mavi warehouse, which is a location in Vancouver. and it's controlled by the Turkish embassy. And what they've done is they've collected donations from everyone in Vancouver, whoever has donated, and they've sent these donations via Turkish Airlines to Turkey and Istanbul, I believe. And from there, it's being sent to the impacted areas. And along with that, on the 17th, we did a Krispy Kreme donut sale. While we were also doing the sub donations, we also received some money donations as well. And so after collecting all those, we have a total of $1,165, and we plan on donating equally between Syria and Turkey. And I'd also like to just clarify that we also did this in collaboration with the SFU MSA. So the two organizations that we plan on giving our donations to is Ahbab, which is a Turkish local organization which provides emergency aid and support to those affected by natural disasters such as earthquakes and floods, and offers food and financial assistance to families in need. And also, this is one of the bigger non-government organizations that is active in the most impacted regions. Along with that, we would like to donate to the White Helmets. Sorry, Amir, I think this is your slide, sorry.
Yeah, another organization that we'd like to donate to is the White Helmet, is because it heavily supports the Syria, and by providing the search and rescue services to those impacted with the natural disaster and the conflict, including the pulling the survivors and just impact people in need. It also distributes aid and provides essential services such as clean water, food, and shelter. It's been internationally recognized by training thousands of volunteers in first aid, search and rescue, and other emergency response skills, with ultimately saving more than 100,000 of lives over the span of 5 years.
And sorry, just a sec. So what do we want? Today was supposed to be reading these slides, but I guess she had to relocate, so I can go ahead with this for now. So as we've clarified the two donations that we want to donate to, and we were hoping from SFU, we want acknowledgement of the pain that's felt by Turkish and Syrian students, and offer direct support to humanitarian effort. Release a statement by the president that communicates solidarity and empathy with the people of Turkey and Syria. And two, to communicate the severity of the situation to the faculties to ensure that accommodations are provided on assignments, attendance in class, given the stress and duress and grief that Turkish and Syrian students are facing at this time. And also for support, provide culturally relevant accessing to counseling and support groups to Turkish and Syrian students, RAs, TAs, and TMs, staffs, and faculty during these challenging times, and to make it easier for students in the affected areas to apply for SFU, including removing application fees and other barriers of registration for applicants from the affected area. And for action, we would like SFU to increase the donation amount to $3,000 and issue a statement of solidarity and support for Turkish students at SFU who may be affected by the earthquake, and to communicate ways the community can provide support to people in the affected areas, including the donation information can be added to emails to make it easier for students to donate and show their support for those affected. Yeah, so that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention.
I think that was very clear and like very detailed. Just one thing I'm concerned is, so originally you were planning to donate to Islamic Relief Organization, and then we changed it into two different organizations, and then those two are not recognized by Canadian government. So that's my only concern. Does Ishana or Ashley knows about it? Is it okay?
So I'm not sure where the Islamic Relief one came from, because from the beginning we had always planned on giving it to White Helmets and Ahbab, just because those are very local organizations. There might have been a miscommunication about that. And regarding it not being legal, I guess maybe not legal in the Canadian website or something like that. Like if that's a problem, then of course, like we could switch it to the Islamic Relief. But from the beginning of when we were planning these donations, we had planned for Ahbab and Syria. I mean, Ahbab and White Helmets, sorry. So, but is that specifically for like for where SFU would be donating to, or as our own clubs, the money that we've collected, do we need to donate it to Islamic Relief? I'm just a bit confused here.
Okay. Maybe Ashley, you can go first.
Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what you guys are doing. We don't really have any say in that, so do whatever. Same for SFU, but as the Simon Fraser Student Society (SFSS), we tend to like to like if we were going to give you money to donate on our behalf or whatever, or donate it directly upon your request, it would be nice if we could ensure that where we are donating it is a registered charity and has publicly available financial records, just so we make sure that everything is above board and all super awesome. I'm sure, I mean, you've provided excellent information about these charities and they look amazing. It's just one of those checks and balances things that would be really nice for us to confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I have no idea where the Islamic Relief charity came from in the first place. There was just a lot of confusion, but good to know that that's all sorted out now. Yeah, could links be sent for the organizations? Yeah, that would be lovely if you could give us like their websites or something.
Yes, of course. I actually have I had them in the PowerPoint, but I guess I didn't click them. Sorry about that. I'll just send the
Yeah.
two links right now.
I can tell
Yeah,
me.
regarding like the situation with like white helmets and ahbab, I can totally understand that. So if it's on behalf of SFSS donating, then if worst case scenario that we can't find like like it to be like legal on your standards, then we can go ahead with Islamic Relief, because that is a very trustable organization at the end of the day. The only reason why we wanted to donate to ahbab and the white helmets was because it was just local organizations. But we can do that on behalf of our own club, I guess, with MSA, and then you guys can continue with the donations for Islamic Relief if that's the case.
I'll just direct respond real quickly. Sungyeon, if you would like to take a look at those websites just real quick, see if you can find the information. But I would love to donate to those. I think that sounds really cool, very awesome, local, big thumbs up from my end.
Yeah.
We just want to, just triple check before we amend our motion onto.
Right, yeah.
Perhaps the other thing I could see clarity on is how much money you are asking us to donate to each of these organizations.
Right.
Behind the scenes, me and Sungyeon had discussed maybe 1,000 each. Although, and then also, were there anything else you wanted to seek from the SFSS specifically?
This was mainly why Suda would have been in the call, because she had a few requests that she wanted to give as a Turkish student herself. Oh, she just did. That's great. But yeah, I think she said something about at least $3,000, but I think Suda can take over that for now. So that they were just wondering what the requests were that we wanted SFSS to do in order for the situation right now. I can just share like what we had in our PowerPoint again. I'll just send it like in the chat, and you guys could take a look there, I guess, while talking.
What I remember was 1,500 each, so total 3,000.
Okay, so that can.
I think based on
Yeah,
weight range.
we also wanted to ask you guys about this. We're not sure how much SFU, or if we could also pass a motion for SFU to donate like minimum 5K. But yeah, for now it's 3K for the SFSS.
Can we pass 5K for the donations? Like, do we have any history about that? Yeah, actually.
I'm not 100% sure whether or not we from a committee, I mean, if we can pass 5K, that's like the limit. So I would want to double check before we actually pass something. So we can pass as much as, I'm pretty sure there's a cap, Ashana. The other thing I would want to, I talked with Abby actually before we had put this motion on. There is a cap, I just don't remember what it is. However, the other thing that I want to triple check is are you asking, you mentioned that you wanted 5K from SFU. Do you mean the SFSS?
No, I meant SFU, like minimum 5K, and then SFSS like separate donation. Because if SFSS is donating 3K, I mean SFU should be able to donate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sure. So we'll do the 3K, and then what we have no control over if SFU does, we can perhaps pass a motion to request that they don't.
Yeah.
That is that what you're asking for?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Perfect.
like the process of how we could request this, because I think passing a motion through the SFSS could be a more efficient way of doing it rather than just us reaching out to SFU admin and going through all that process.
Committee can pass as much as they want, but we can check. Okay, then let's say 3K for now, and then I'll talk to Abby, president,
Yes.
and then increase the 5K.
Yeah, just so we know what the cap is, and according to the rule, of course, consult with the group and everything. But we want to move with that knowledge. Okay.
All right, and I checked the website, both AHAB and White Helmet. I see White Helmet has clear, like, not a report, but it seems very reliable because they participated in like Times Magazine and CBS, and there's like a few books and documentaries. So I think it's reliable. The only concern is Bob. So they have report, but 2018 and 2019 is coming soon, but we can see 2017 and 2018 report. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, we're just specifically looking to see if each of them is a registered charity in particular. That's the key. If we can find their number, then we're good.
Well, AHBAB is a registered charity. I don't know how I could send the it's in Turkish. I mean, the certificate or whatever they posted. The thing is, there's AHBAB, which is a government organization. Because it's supported by the government, we don't want to donate to the government because we don't know where the money is going. So we want to donate to this non-governmental organization, grassroots organization, knowing where our money is going, if you know what I mean. So that's the reason why. I don't know what kind of certification you need, but it is the most legitimate, I think, NGO out there in Turkey, because everyone is donating to this organization.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Sungun?
Yeah, maybe we can add that points in the PowerPoint.
So you guys want us to add how AHBAB is like registered in Turkey, but just not in Canada then to the PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can do that then.
Maybe
I think
screenshot,
yeah,
and then just add some like one sentence.
yeah. Okay, that sounds good. We can do that. I'll just write a note of that.
Or
Yeah, I
if-
think that's what makes it a little bit difficult, is because it is a local Turkish organization. It's hard to find like the registration number that would like work in Canada, I guess, like just because it is a like local thing. And like Sudha said, because we don't want to be funding the government just because we're not 100% sure if it would go directly to the people in need. We're trying to find the NGO organizations. So, but yeah, I'll make a note of that so we can add that in there.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Even you can just show us a screenshot or share the screen. That's
okay. Yeah, and also for White Helmet too, right?
Yeah. And then
yeah, I was just gonna ask. I have a direct response real quick. So you which one was the one that you said is registered in Turkey, and then the other one was White Helmet? Do we know anything about their status?
The White Helmet, as far as I know, like they were I think organized back in 2016, just like on the height of the Syrian war, and it's just like it's a NGO as well, so it's not funded by the government. It's just like a nonprofit kind of. So but like as Simon said, there's a lot of records of it, like on the Times Magazine, as well as lots of documentaries and movies made about it. But I guess we can just add some more things.
Sounds good to
yeah
me. I just wanted to triple check. Sounds good.
Okay.
We can donate to these two
Right.
organizations. I believe Ashana has a list.
Sorry, I just have to leave the meeting, but I just if there's anything else that's to be noted, I think Amir or Sudha can write it down, and then I'll get rest of the information. But thank you for your time today.
Right, no worries, Charlene.
Bye.
Thank you for joining.
Of
And
course, bye.
Ishana texted in the chat, texted Abby, and he said if it's over 5K, then committee. Otherwise, all good. So it means we can do. Oh yeah, okay, go for it.
Yeah, so I texted Abby and he said he'll look over it again. But for now, he said just keep it under 5K and it should be good, but he will double check to see if we can pass more. And then second of all, while we were talking, I was looking over the websites and stuff. It seems pretty legit. Also, I understand like concerns and things, but I also understand that we would be wanting to donate to local places because that's where we have trusted sources. And I'm also seeing like a bunch of pictures and stuff. And also, before I even want to start talking, I also wanted to say thank you all for your labor in creating the PowerPoint. I'm also acknowledging that it's a super tough time right now. Just know that whatever you're feeling is very valid. We are here for you. We're here to support you. We're here to listen to your calls of action. And if it's donating to these 2 places, thank you for giving the links. Much appreciated. I think it should be all right. Yeah, I was going through like there seems to be like reports and stuff too. And then I was looking at the White Helmet website as well. Maybe in the minutes, just we can also like link the website so other folks can look onto it. But I'm good for it. And thank you once again for doing the research, finding these local places. Appreciate it. And once again, we are here to support.
Yeah, and Ashley.
I just wanted to amplify everything Ashana said. Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing all that work. I literally only asked because there was some confusion about exactly where we were putting money. I just wanted to make sure everything was on the table, but it looks like it's all there. So I'm really excited to be making this donation, guys.
Yeah, and I also want to say I'm so sorry for like all the confusion, but you guys made it really good PowerPoints. And also at the end, I think we're gonna make like good success for the motions. And yeah, there's just like few things to add for the PowerPoint and then everything looks good. Okay. Yep, let's amend the motion. Let me just bring the revised version of the motion. Yeah, please take a look, and then if there is something to add or like change, let me know. Yes, ESC budget. Yeah, actually.
I think Ashana makes a good point. Perhaps we do want to change that be it for the resolve clause. Oh, actually, there's a couple problems here. But to change the be it resolved clauses to mention that the line item listed is the ESC budget item, that's actually not a bad idea. And then I believe the charities have already been. Oh yeah, no, the last one also needs to be changed. And then also your first be it resolved clause begins with whereas. Whereas there be it resolved, it just needs to say be it resolved. You can cross off those first 2 words. You know what? I'm just gonna list. And I'm gonna move to
really helpful. Yeah.
I'm gonna move to strike in the second to last clause, whereas there, and just have it be read as be it resolved to approve $1,500 scratch each as well from the ESC budget line item 824/20 to the White Helmet. Oh no, I see what you've done. Okay, hold on. I think we should make each be it resolved clause its own line item. So okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to move to strike the last, or to strike the be it further resolved clause
Yes.
and the whereas there it be resolved clause, and replace it with two clauses, the first of which will read, be it resolved to approve $1,500 from the ESC budget line item 824/20 to the White Helmet organization to help in relief efforts. The second clause will read, be it further resolved to approve $1,500 from the ESC line item 824/20 to the I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce ABAB organization to help in relief efforts.
Okay.
Does that sound right? I mean, feel free to so I will move that. It will need a seconder. Oh no, actually no, hold on. Before I'm not done yet, because we will also need to change. No, hold on. I'm just reading the whereas resolve clauses. Yeah, no, those are all good. Okay, yep. So just those two, just changing the be it resolved clause and the be it further resolved clause. It will require a seconder.
All right. I'll second.
Can you type out what I had said
Yeah.
and put that in the chat?
I'm
Okay, cool.
typing
Thank
right
you.
now. 1 second.
Take your time.
Vote to approve. Yeah. So they list.
Yes, I had a question. So tomorrow's meeting, when we're presenting this to the SFSS, before the presentation, would you be able to confirm what the cap is? So we present them the exact amount we want. Because if you're able to donate more, that would be great, because there was another earthquake that happened just yesterday, and it's just disastrous. And I think if Turkey and like Syria, if they could get like at least 2K each, that would be great. And that's why I just want to confirm, like, before, so we can change the presentation and everything. So if you could get this information for tomorrow's meeting, would really appreciate that.
Okay. Then I'll let you know by tomorrow morning. And
Here, I'm just gonna direct respond real quick. A little bit of just a question. So we're approving money to donate right now, is what is happening. Are you asking for council as well to approve money, or are you asking for council to request that SFU approves money? In which case there is no cap for that. The only cap that there would be right now in this committee approving money.
Oh, that was my confusion. So then we don't need to bring this motion to council, and then we can just pass this motion in this committee and then directly donate the money.
Yeah, we can pass money here. We don't need to bring it to council. Unless you want to give a presentation to council, that's also totally fine. But there's no reason to double donate, I suppose, unless you want more money from council as well, but in which case, yeah, we should just pass the money here. I agree with Sean.
Yeah, totally get that. I thought we also needed to present tomorrow to council for them to approve. Is that not happening?
That's not the case. No, we can just pass it from here.
Oh,
Perfect. Okay.
that's easier. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Ishana.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking here is that if you want, we can also present this at council to tell folks what is going on. And then maybe we can also get like a support letter in solidarity, like task it to Sungyeon to like write a support letter. And then maybe we can also task the society, or you can task the exec board to write something to SFU. If you're writing it to SFU, I would recommend talking, like bringing, oh, sorry, let me turn my camera, it might be better. if you're bringing it to exec though, I would recommend being like, we tasked the executive team of 2020 or 2022, 2023 to send a letter to SFU requesting a donation. However, so first of all, pass money here, go to council and present, and then maybe bring a motion to the executive committee is what I'm thinking if you want to do something along those lines. However, others please jump in if you have any other ideas.
I'm just gonna direct respond real quick. I think you're absolutely correct. That's a great idea. Let's bring a motion, no, a presentation to council tomorrow. These guys can do their little presentation. We can also update council, letting them know that we made this or are presumably going to make this donation right now. And then also, I think just bring a motion to council requesting that the executive, or specifically Sungyeon, write a letter and requesting that the executive team does all the things that you just said. I forget the specifics of it, but I think that's signing on to it. Thank you. Go ahead, Sude.
Yeah, thank you for that. We also have an open letter that we'll be sending to the president and SFU, so you can sign on to it. That was another thing I wanted to share with you guys. So we wrote this letter with SFPERG. I'll send you the final version of it. I'm still editing it. But I'll send it to you guys, and council can sign on it. Your committee can sign if you can sign on it separately. But yeah, and we can, and SFPERG can also sign on. I don't know if Sungyeon would have to write another letter for that, but we can sign on that one too. I know it makes things complicated, but yeah, I just want to share that.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So for tomorrow, we can, actually.
Yeah, so it sounds like we have that all figured out. I think what we should now do is seek unanimous consent on the amendment that I made. And then unless there's any further discussion, we should seek unanimous consent to pass this motion or as amended, unless there's any contention, of course, but you should seek unanimous consent on the amendment.
Okay, then let's go for seeking unanimous consent here. If you wish to dissent, please raise your hand. And I think seeing none, and that is carried as amended. Okay.
No, that was just the amendment. Now we need to pass the actual motion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. So now we are going on to vote on the motion. Be resolved to the no. Just 1 second, please. Be resolved to pass the motion as amended. I'll move, and can I get a seconder?
You don't need a mover and seconder again. We already got that when we first presented it. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just seek unanimous consent here. If you wish to dissent, please raise your hand. And seeing none, that is carried. And yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your support here. So thank you so much.
I just want to clarify. So tomorrow, we're gonna present for the signing and then also donations. Just let them know we are passing this motion, and that's it. Or also writing the paper.
We'll send an email to you guys to clarify everything that we will do tomorrow.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. And then you guys can leave now, or you can also stay.
Thank you so much, all. This means a lot to all of us. So we appreciate you making this, passing this real quick. Yeah, thank you once again. Take care.
Thank you so much once again. Have a good one. Thank you so much.
I think the last discussions are, I'm sorry, my computer just, oh, The screen was off.
There's two discussion items. The first one is the Ukrainian event, and the second one is tabling updates.
Okay, so for discussions items, like subsection 11.1, Ukraine events for 2023, submitted by myself. This was just let you guys know, maybe in our next meeting, there will be an Ukrainian club joining us, and then they will like discuss about their plans for the events, like donation events for the Ukrainian war. And yeah, that's it. And for the subsection 11.2.
Oh no, sorry, I want could I list on the previous one real quick? Yeah, so I just want to ask you, they're coming to do a presentation, and then are they asking, is there going to be a motion or anything like that for the Ukrainian event, or just a little more clarity on exactly what's happening next meeting would be lovely.
Yeah, so this isn't not a motion yet, but they'll just bring PowerPoints or just some brief ideas so that we can discuss and then make a motion about that for the next meeting.
Excellent, sounds good.
Okay, and 11.2 tabling updates. Actually, I haven't checked the link because last time I checked and then there was no response, but just let me check again. Did everyone feel the availability, like when to meet link?
I don't even know if I got it. Or if I did, I totally forgot.
Oh, I think everyone must have forgot. I will just resend you again. Yeah, it was in the call for agenda items for the next meeting on February 7th, but there was a lot of links, so I think you guys got confused.
Yeah, if you want to reshare that with us now, that would be great. Yeah.
I'll just reshare right now. Okay, this is the link, and
Excellent. It's been received. We can fill that out when this meeting is done.
all right, and let's end this meeting. So let's go to adjournment. That is section 18 and subsection 18.1. The motion reads, be resolved to adjourn this meeting at 1:19 p.m. I will move, and can I get a seconder?
Philosophy.
A philosophy second, and I'm going to take anonymous consent this. If you wish to dissent, please raise your hand or type it in the chat. And seeing none, this meeting is adjourned at 1:19 p.m. and yeah, I'll stop recording.